Hello and welcome to the stream. This is a mess. Hold on. I'm out. I have made a mistake. I have made a mistake. Sorry, I'm a little slow getting going today, everyone. Actually, this was a small technical error on my part. Changed my password on Twitch. Didn't realize that I needed to. Well, I didn't realize. Didn't think that I needed to change it on Streamlabs as well, which I did. You do. And taking it a step further, I type this in. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. Changed browsers recently, but apparently have not installed it on this computer yet. Still using Chrome. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. One at a time. Today's been a day. Like, oof. I don't really know. Ooh. Pop out. So I don't know who all here knows about graphics cards, especially desktop graphics cards. Because I just turned down an opportunity to purchase a brand new 3090. So that hurt a little. But I think it's a good thing that I did turn it down. So basically, Newegg, which is one of the okay. So what I have in my computer right now is a 2090, right? A 2080. I'm sorry, a 2080. Um, which after the 2080 was released a couple years ago, it's a very good graphics card. It does a very good job. The biggest issue that I had at the time and why I bought it, usually what everybody does, I should clarify, when you are purchasing even relatively liberally, if you're purchasing computer parts, you skip every other generation. So the last 3 generations of graphics cards that NVIDIA has put out have been the 10 series, the 20 series, and the 30 series. Before that, it was 9, 8, 7, 6. When they hit 10, they decided to do 20 instead of 11. That's the big difference. The 2080 was released. Give me one moment and I can tell you exactly when. The RTX RTX 2080 was released in 2018. And that's when I bought it. I bought it in November of 2018. In 2019, they introduced the 2080 Super, which was kind of like a extra version of it. It was like a slightly better version of it. And then last year in 2020, they released the 30 series, including the 3080, which was my goal card. So when I bought the 2080, I was coming off of the 10 series 1070, which is a step below the 80 series. So it's kind of like if you think of the first number, 10, the 20, or the 30, as like the generation number, and then the second number as like the model within that, right? So generally there's the 60, the 70, the 80, and now the 90. Before that, it was slightly different, confusing. I won't get into it because it's not really relevant to our discussion. Um, Last year they released the 30 series, including the 3080. Um, when I first got this card in 2018, I had just upgraded to a 4K screen, the one that I'm using right now. 4K is much harder for a graphics card to run than 1080 or even 1440, which is 2K. So 4K screen, 2160 pixels height is pretty difficult. The graphics card I had before was the 1070, so kind of considered the mid-range card, right? If you've got the 60, the 70, the 80, and the 90, I was sitting on the 70 level. And the 1070 was a very good card when I was at 1080. It was very good, but as soon as I went up to 4K, it became really difficult to run games at that resolution. I had to instead drop my resolution down to 1080. Then 1080 on this big screen looked kind of fuzzy and blurry, and it wasn't great. I knew I wanted to move up. So when they released the 20 series, I went ahead and jumped for the 2080. So I was going not only up to a new generation, but I was also going up to um a new graphics card level. You know, it was a kind of expensive purchase. I think I spent, I want to say, $700 or $800 on that graphics card. So it was a decent chunk of change. I admit it was a decent chunk of change, but it felt warranted. And when I got it, it made a huge difference. Fast forward to 2020. I've had this 4K screen for a while. The 2080, while it does do better with 4K, is still not perfect. What a lot of people call is like the sweet spot kind of cards. Um, it was not a sweet spot for 4K necessary. It was like almost there. It was just a little bit off. It performed pretty well for the most part, and it's worked pretty well for me. And that's a key point that we will come back to in a minute. It's performed pretty well for me. I've enjoyed having it. It's done a good job. Then they released the 30 series. And between the 10 and the 20, there was a huge jump in technology, the biggest being that they added things like real-time ray tracing, which, excuse me, allows for the graphics card to process lighting and shadows, mirror reflections, things like that in real time. Whereas normally in video games, they will essentially try to pre-render those assets. They will be um, things that are worked in through kind of backhanded tricks and whatnot. Not backhanded, it's a weird word for that, but like tricks of the eye, so to speak. Like if you play an older game and you run into a mirror, one of two things will happen. Either A, you won't see a reflection, like they'll have made the mirror dirty, or they'll just straight up pretend that you can't see yourself in there for some reason, and they may have an actual reason for it. They may just write it off as, well, there are no reflections or whatever. When it gets wet and rainy, you won't necessarily see a reflection of the world around you on that and everything. Or, or the other option is that it may actually, a mirror surface may actually exist, and it may actually show a mirror image of what you're looking at, including your character, the world behind you, and everything like that. However, it is just a trick. It is essentially, instead of mirroring what's on this side, it is actually an entire fully built environment on this side where you are, an entirely fully built environment on this side, which is just mirrored. So it is essentially two separate sets that are just mirrored away from each other. It's a trick, basically. Whereas ray tracing does that without the trick, right? It just renders what a reflection would look like. In a lot of ways, it has been the holy grail of gaming for quite some time before it was introduced in 2018. Before that, ray tracing was done on such a slow level that it was only ever really done for film production and CGI work, because it took a supercomputer, really long time to process each one of those things. Essentially, what it does is it has to perform a calculation for every ray of light and what that ray of light will do as soon as it interacts with a surface. If it's a shiny surface, then it has to, render what that shiny surface is seeing itself. It's all really complicated. It's really fascinating that they managed to do this with this technology, and it's really cool. I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so that was the big technological jump from the 10 series, which did not have ray tracing, to the 20 series, which did. Um, that being said, the rest of the card was a decent upgrade. So then the 20 to the 30 series, those cards, huge jump forward in every performance metric, every single one. Huge jump forward. I cannot stress this enough. Like, it is amazing how much they managed to pull out of this, because they basically built an entire new architecture. And with that, they were able to make these cards that run games at much faster speeds than they have any right to, with how much they are. So I very much wanted a 3080 because it was that 4K sweet spot. It would play 4K games at 60 frames per second or higher with the highest settings, with ray tracing on, easily. And it was actually cheaper than what I spent on the 2080. When it was first released, it was released at $700, whereas my 2080, I believe, was 800. So I really wanted to get the 3080. They also released at the same time the 3090. Beforehand, in where you had the 1080 as the top of the line and then the 2080 as the top of the line, they then introduced another card called the 2080 Ti, or the 1080 Ti. It was like not the top of the line, but above the top of the line. We're talking about, like, I don't even really know that I have a great analogy, but it was basically just like a lot of graphics card. It was the everything in the kitchen sink that a gamer would ever want. And those were very expensive. You know, with the 20 series, if you wanted a 4K capable card that would easily run 4K, you could get the 2080 Ti instead of the 2080. The 2080 Ti, however, cost like $1,500. So, $800 for mostly their performance, $1,500 for it meets, like, almost meets expectations, $1,500 for meets expectations. That's a lot to ask. They also had another card above that, which was more of a productivity and like AI based card called the Titan. Those ran like $2,000, $3,000. You could use them for gaming, and they would blow anything below them out of the water, absolutely. But they were not really meant for gaming. There were just gamers that had way too much money that were willing to spend on that, so they marketed it a little bit to those people. Like, that was like go on full on. You're going out and buying a supercar. You're not going to the Porsche dealership. You know, I guess that's a good way to put it. Like, we're talking about like different years and different models of cars, whereas like the 10-6, like the 60 would be like your Toyota Corolla. Your 70s would be like maybe a Honda, like a Honda Civic, or well, more like a Honda Accord, like something a little nicer, maybe a CRV. And then your like your 80s would be something like, a BMW or a Mercedes, a very nice car, very well built, nice car. And then we were talking about like different years, whereas this one is a couple years old. The 30 series are brand new, so this would be like a 2018 Mercedes, whereas the new ones just came out. How much do you need it? That kind of a thing. Does it meet your needs? The 3090 essentially was a fusion between the TI, the 30. It's basically replacing the possibility of a 3080 Ti, even though they also released a 3080 Ti. Don't think too hard about it. and the Titan. It essentially replaced the Titan, but made it cheaper, more accessible, um, while also being absolutely insane performance wise. That being said, it also took the expensive part of it. When it was released, I believe it was 1,300, whereas the 3080 was 700. So at this point, we're talking about buying like not a Mercedes, which was the 80, right? We're talking about buying like an Aston Martin, right? A Ferrari, Lamborghini, like top of the line, crazy over like overkill. You don't need this for any reason whatsoever. It is a luxury item for sure. However, it is a powerful beast all the same. And if that's what you want, that's what you need, then it may justify the expense. With all of that background, the 30 series have been incredibly difficult to get a hold of. The pandemic plus the chip shortage that we've been dealing with has meant that these cards are gone in a lot of stores before you even have a chance to know that they're there. Like, up until very recently, getting even older graphics cards was very difficult because so many people were waiting for this release. Nvidia actually released a lot of information about the initial release of these cards when they came out, because they had based their existing stock on the rollout of the 20 series. And the differences between when the 20 series were released in 2018 and now, there were a lot of people who waited through the 20 series to see what it would do and then decided to jump on when the 30 series was released. There were a lot of people who had gotten 10 series cards, skipped the 20 series, and were waiting for the 30 series. And then there was a huge boom in crypto mining, cryptocurrency mining, which, boo, cryptocurrency is shit. I am the unfortunate owner of some Bitcoin now because Lil Nas X gave that to me, but I will sell that when it goes higher than where it is. Hopefully, I don't really care. $10, whatever. Anyway, so you can use graphics cards to process cryptocurrency quickly and make cryptocurrency, essentially. It's turned into this whole like shadow market where people are selling these cards for far above MSRP. And then Trump was still in office and he imposed a tariff that just made things like extra bad. So a bunch of different retailers have tried to find different ways of selling what they have when they come in. Micro Center, which is a physical store that there's actually one of here just over in Cambridge, is the way they do it basically is you show up. There are people, if you ever go over there, by the way, there are people who literally are camping out in front. They go every single day. They bring their fold up chairs. They hop on the store's Wi Fi in order to do their work, but they sit outside hoping that they will get a graphics card. And if they do have any graphics cards, the store manager will essentially hand out vouchers to say that you can buy one. And that's kind of how it is. So it is a first come, first serve. You have to be in line ready to go. It's like when they release consoles physically in stores and everyone like swarms the store at midnight trying to get the Nintendo Switch when it came out, for instance, is one of those. Then there's Newegg, which is another really popular computer parts store. It's an online retailer. They have taken a different approach. They have decided, this is all stuff that I actually learned in macroeconomics hilariously, but they've decided to take a different approach to the scarcity and to go with a randomized raffle, basically. Every day, pretty much at 11 o'clock Eastern time, at least, they have a raffle where you are shown everything that will be in that raffle that day, and you can select what you want to be entered into. I personally have only selected very particular parts to even be part of the raffle. I had kind of given up at trying to get a hold of a 3080 months ago, but I get the notification for the raffle every day. Figure, what the hell? Might as well join in. Costs me nothing to join in. If I decide that I don't want to buy it today, I can just walk away. Um, my computer is a white, purple, and then black kind of color schema. And so I'm looking for a white graphics card very specifically, which is harder to find than a black one. Yeah. So that was kind of my line in the sand. I said, I'm only going to get it if it's a white one. They don't have the white ones all that often. So I just look. If they have them, I put them in the little, I do little check marks and I say, sure, I'll jump in. And just because I was not really too feeling serious about any of it, I would select the 3080, the 3080 Ti, and 3090. Each one of these came bundled with another computer part. The idea being that, you know, we only want serious people who actually want these cards to buy this, not people who want to just turn around and resell it for a profit, which is fair. So today I won. Today I actually won. And that was unexpected. However, despite the fact that I input for a 3080 and a 3080 Ti, I did not win for either of those. I won for the 3090. And this particular combo costs, see here, $2,249.98. So basically $2,250. $2,250. I almost did it. I almost did it. I have the space on a credit card. I don't want to use it, but I almost did. It was overkill because, again, I've stated this card is running relatively fine. I don't necessarily need a new thing right now. So do I really need a new card in the first place? Not really. If I had the opportunity to get a 3080 and it was a decent price, I might actually jump for it. Because the 3080 compared to this card is a big enough step up that I feel comfortable making that purchase, especially because I can get quite a lot of money for this. I can get pretty much what I paid for it right back. So if I get a 3080 at MSRP or just a little above even, I'm paying like maybe $100, $200 for a graphics card. That is a significant improvement over this. That's worth it. However, paying $1,500 for a graphics card, that is overkill for my needs because the 3080 is a 4K card. The 3090 is like an 8K card, right? I'm at the point where, sure, I want a little luxury. I want to have like some of the latest and greatest, but not the latest and greatest. Not the biggest, the most crazy, the most over the top, because I just don't need that. I don't need a Lamborghini. I need a Mercedes, right? But I had the opportunity to buy a Lamborghini when buying Lamborghinis and Mercedes are very difficult right now. And so it was very tempting and very painful to say no to. But I had until 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to purchase it, and I let it go. So I no longer have the opportunity, and I am at peace with that because oof, a little scared by how close I got to that. I also just, I won't say that I had a bad day. I had some bad moments of today. I mean, first of all, check these eyebrows. Oh, they're so sharp. They're so gorgeous. They look amazing. Next, check these nails. Oh, they're awesome. You can see that I basically gave them like shiny gold like tips at the end there. They are great. So this one is like a burgundy color, and this one is like a dark teal. Very nice. I just got it's the latest collection from Holo Taco, which is one of my favorite brands, um, which is done by Christine of Simply Nailogical YouTube fame. She's been doing these for like 2 years now, and her brand is like excellent. Great nail polishes. expensive, but worth it. I wouldn't say like super expensive, don't get me wrong, but like they are more expensive than getting an $8 bottle from, CVS. They're like 10, $11, sometimes up to 14 depending on exactly what they are. Um so this was the latest collection, bought it last weekend. It came on Wednesday. It came yesterday, and since I took the day off, I did nails because I had time. I wanted to relax, and I did. I had a lovely time with that. However, my hometown, a small town in New Hampshire, small. Small is a weird word in New England because we have much smaller towns than a lot of the rest of the country does. Um, but that's because all of our towns are really closely packed together. So what we would consider a town and what the rest of the world considers a town, very different things. We really are like a chunk of Europe in a lot of ways. New England means a lot. It's carrying a lot of weight. Anyway, um, so my hometown every year hosts what's called the Pumpkin Festival. It's basically a harvest festival. It was started in the 80s. I have gone every single year of my life. I have never missed one. Um, it's honestly a pretty big deal for the town. Brings in a lot of money. It brings in a lot of people. It's I don't know how else to describe it other than it's a big harvest festival that takes place right in the middle of the town square. Like we literally closed down roads for this. Um, and we are one of the major spots in the region for crossing the river in our region in the valley. So closing down one of the three river crossings, even partially, is a pretty big deal. But it is big enough that we have the entire weekend, um, set up to do this. One of the biggest events that happens every year and has happened since high school for me, honestly, has been the variety show. Back then, it used to be called the talent show. It would happen on Saturday night. It would be this kind of competitive talent show where um, everyone would compete for prizes. Sometimes they had separate categories for adults and youth. Sometimes they just had one big category, but it was like top prize is $500, second prize is 300, stuff like that. Um, I had fun the couple of times that I actually was in the show. It was good. I had fun. And then in 2019, I was actually asked to judge the show. Funny enough, I actually had a gig earlier that day to do a drag queen story time in a city north of Boston called Woburn. So I was actually in Woburn first to do drag queen story time, and it went swimmingly. Everyone loved me. It was amazing. And then immediately, still in drag, went up to my hometown to judge the show, and then announced the winners on stage in drag, which for my hometown, that was very exotic, I guess is the best way I can put it. Drag has shown up in my hometown. Don't get me wrong. It's not like that's completely foreign to them, but it is pretty foreign. And to see it outside of the one bar that actually hires drag queens is very funny. It was just funny for me. Anyway, I had a really great time doing that. That went really well. And then 2020 happened. Pandemic hit. Everything kind of went to shit. My mother is actually on the board of the committee that runs the festival. And so the board asked me last year to put together some kind of talent show. They had an idea that maybe it would be great to do a virtual show instead of a physical one. Because obviously we weren't going to have a physical show, a physical festival at that time. It was going to have to be something distanced and virtual for the most part. Um, you know, so I put together this virtual variety show. It was non-competitive. A lot of people seemed to really like it. It went pretty well, and because of that, and because I had some experience with the show before that, both as a participant and as a judge, they asked me to run the in-person show for this year. Um, well, we were supposed to have auditions on Saturday. I had put out plenty of flyers. I put out advertisements that were posted on Facebook pages, Instagram, not my own personal ones, honestly, because I don't have a ton of contacts in that area anymore. And I was thinking it would be best to keep it a community kind of thing instead of trying to pull in people from the Boston area. Because they're not that close. It's about an hour drive away, but yeah, regional differences. Um, Southern New Hampshireites aren't really the most fond of people from Boston or Massachusetts in general. Likewise, vice versa. Um, I put out all these different things. I had put together a form. I had scheduled the hall for the auditions. We had made plans for the actual theater for the actual show day. Um, Everything was kind of in place, and we just didn't get a lot of people to respond and to actually sign up for auditions. So, for instance, I was told that in 2019 we had 23 people audition and we had 20 people in the show. And they considered that a little anemic. The show itself, with 20 people, was okay, but because they only had 23, there wasn't quite the same level of competitiveness that they needed in the audition process to really curate the show and have good quality talent and a high energy show. And as a judge, I could see that there were some issues with that. There were some acts that I kind of wrote off more or less as soon as they started, um, which, was a little unfortunate. But, in retrospect, now knowing that, I can see that, like, okay, well, it makes sense that some of these people were not necessarily the best of the best because there wasn't really a large pool to pick from. Back in the days that I actually was a participant, apparently, we were talking about like 30, 35, 40 people auditioning for 20 slots, right? So you would cut, a third or a half of the people who are actually interested in auditioning. Well, we've only gotten like 13 people who have expressed concrete interest. So the decision was made yesterday, even before we had a couple more people today. The decision was made yesterday to cancel. I did not make the announcement until today because some things came in very last minute. I decided to try reaching out to a couple more people who were involved, try and gauge some more, gauge more about the understanding of, what is it going to be like to produce this kind of a show? Is it going to be worth it to produce this kind of a show? What is the time investment, the labor investment, all of this stuff that needs to be done in order to make this happen. And ultimately, we did still decide we had to pull the plug on it. I'm still getting emails. I got 2 emails today that I had to respond back to that they were like, why is the form closed? And I had to be like, well, we just didn't get the number of people we need. And it kind of sucks that we're deciding to cancel the show before it even hits the audition. But I wanted to make sure that we gave people who wanted to audition plenty of time to let them know that this needs to be canceled, that we can't do it. Um, it just kind of sucked in a lot of ways. In it up until recently, even I kind of felt very guilty personally that this was falling apart because I hadn't done something right, that I hadn't done enough, that I hadn't advertised properly, or maybe I had put things together too last minute. Maybe I needed to do it earlier. I had tried to set it up basically so it would be relatively fresh and new at the beginning of the school year. A large portion of who ends up showing up for the auditions are high school students, and we had a youth category. So, the idea of having a bunch of high school students come in and perform was going to be a little bit of the bread and butter for a bit of it. But just the support didn't materialize. We just didn't have enough people. And the pace that we were getting people coming in saying, hey, I'd like to do it. I know it's late. Is it still okay? Was just not enough to reach even 2019 levels. What I found out relatively recently, though, is that more of it has to do with COVID than anything. People are still too nervous to go to live performances. People are still too nervous to be inside. And I understand. I still don't want to eat inside. Even today, when it was for some reason pouring out, it wasn't supposed to rain today, but it did. It started pouring, the wind was howling, and I was, we were out because I got my eyebrows done, and that was up further north. We were out, we had to eat out, and we were gonna eat out on the patio, but it was raining. But, we went in to order our food. I said, we're eating in the car. I don't want to eat in here. There was no mask mandate in that city either, so it was very much like, hmm, I don't feel great about it. So, yeah, it sucks. I need to try and accept that it's out of my control, um, which is hard. It always is. There's always the easy way to, you know, deal with some of these things is to point a finger and blame somebody, and the easiest person to blame is the person that's right in the mirror. So, you know, it sucks, but hopefully we can tweak some things, start talking about things earlier. Maybe COVID will be a little further behind us by then, hopefully, at least, better under control. Because the numbers in my hometown and in the area are not going in the direction that they should be. At least here in Boston and in Massachusetts, the numbers are going in the right direction. But even though they're going in the right direction, in terms of case numbers, positive cases are going back down. We still have hospitalizations going up and deaths going up still. I know there's one of the largest central Massachusetts hospital systems is now at ICU capacity, which was something that I didn't think would happen here again, especially after being vaccinated, because we're the most vaccinated area in the entire nation. New England is by far and away the most vaccinated area. Massachusetts is one of the most vaccinated states. I think we are pretty well over 70%. And I think only Vermont beat us to that goal um, in terms of states. Vermont was hit their 70% like a week before we did. So, it was something that I definitely didn't expect to see. And I can guarantee you that my home state of New Hampshire is, they're the live free or die state. Ragnarok, you understand what I'm about to say here, but like, they're a little more vaccine hesitant than the rest of New England might be. Lacey, indeed. Um, Even though it is a New England state, it's kind of some people call it the South of the North. I disagree with that, especially because I'm from New Hampshire. Like, that's not quite accurate. Because Maine is the South of the North. You go to any part of Maine that's not right along the first third of that coast, ooh, you see it immediately. You're like, oh, this is all farmland, hicks, and like, yeah, Mainers, like, woof. Ugh, it's like, that is the South of the North, hardcore. New Hampshire has a libertarian streak. That's why people say that. But I still think New Hampshire's libertarians are easier to deal with than Vermont's religious fundamentalists, which everyone seems to forget about when they think about Vermont. Because, yeah, there are religious fundamentalists in the Green Mountains, and they are scary. And all of this, northern New England and Massachusetts, is better than Connecticut and Rhode Island. Connecticut, half of which belongs to the evil empire of New York. Quite literally, a good chunk of Connecticut really are just New York commuters. They don't really have anything to do with New England other than its proximity to New York City. And they are assholes because of it. Not just because of that, they are actually just assholes in general. Because they are essentially New Yorkers that live in New England, but like put all their money into New York. Then there's the other half of Connecticut, which is actually part of New England. We do claim it, but it is kind of nothing. Like, there's Mystic. Mystic is cool. The aquarium, the shipyard, that's kind of cool. The rest of it, eh. Then Rhode Island. Rhode Island's redeeming feature is that it is not Connecticut. That's basically it. It's not Connecticut. Otherwise, it's just as bad. Maybe worse. I don't know. Connecticut's the worst. Connecticut is the armpit of New England. Rhode Island is like, I don't know. I don't know what to call Rhode Island necessarily, but Rhode Island is definitely like not great. Hello, Elliot. Welcome. Small thing to ask. So it's different on my screen, and it is different on Streamlabs for me. However, the chat that I am reading here on my laptop that I read throughout the stream, you, Elliot, and Ragnarok both have the same font color, and it will be difficult to tell you apart. I don't know if someone can refresh it real quick. It's okay, whoever. It assigns randomly, so if you don't select a color that you want to stay with, it will assign it randomly. And sometimes it will assign the same people. I mean, there's only so many colors that they can go with, so sometimes they will just assign the same color to two different people, and I don't know why that's the case. It's like over here, Witchy, you're like a dark orange, like a red orange. Ragnarok, you're teal, and Elliot, you're like a light orange. On my screen, Ragnarok, you're a teal. Witchy, you're the dark orange, and Elliot, you are red. But over here, both Ragnarok and Elliot, you are both teal, and Witchy, you are dark orange. It's so confusing. And I wish I knew how to do something about that on my end, because it feels like I should do something. I don't know if I can just like hit. What is this? Hit like F5 on that? Oh, never mind. I got it. If I actually refresh my chat, it will refresh. Okay, never mind. Now that I know what to do on my end, you won't need to do that again. The thing I was worried about, which didn't come to pass, is that in the past, when I've closed all of these windows, including the chat window, I have lost all of the chat. Like, I can only then see what is new after that point, which if I was in the middle of going to respond to something, just sucks. In this case, I don't know what was different. Maybe it's just because I had a pop-out window and I only refreshed the pop-out window instead of the whole thing. I still see all the chat. It just changed. Elliot, you're now like a neon green or like a spring green. So it's a lot easier for me to differentiate between the three of you. Cool. Anyway, it's almost 10 o'clock. We need to start playing Psychonauts because you all need to be ready for this next level. I am so excited. I am so excited to show you this next level. Like, it's going to be great. Let me just take one quick second. I'm also a little disaster moment here, so I'm like checking this email constantly, and no one else has added anything to it. So, oh yeah, Elliot, no, we're good. Thank you. I just actually found out there's something that I can do on my end, to make it easier for me in the future, which is good because it really should be a me problem, not a you problem. So I apologize, but thank you. So I'm very excited to show you this next part. We did Lungfishopolis last stream, which is very fun. One of the best levels in the game, and just lots of fun all around because it's, you know, you get to be a kaiju, you know, in a kaiju film. It's great. It's great. The next one, however, is what I have been waiting to show all of you. I'm so very excited. Ah, it's that time of the month, is it? Thank you for the 8 months, Ragnarok. Thank you so much. I think you and Digishell have the same time. So if Digishell joins us, then Resub gang can continue. I think, Elliot, your sub is usually like a couple days later or something like that. Oh, don't burn your dinner. Oh God, no. Ow, ow, my leg. Oh no. Okay, so the last stream we did Lungfishopolis. Really great level design, great, you know, subversion of what we've been doing here so far, and keeping it fresh and really interesting. The next one is one of the greatest level designs in all of gaming. I shit you not. This is way up there. So like, I'll describe it as we go along. But here are some of the things that you need to remember that we've learned so far through the world of Psychonauts. Sensors, the little guys with the big no stamps that go no, no. They come and try to hit you, or they shoot no symbols at you as projectiles. Those are part of your brains in this world. They're part of your brain's natural defense, essentially. They take intrusive thoughts, whether that is another person or your own intrusive thoughts, and censor them. It is essentially what keeps you rational. It's what keeps you sane in a lot of cases. It's what prevents psychosis. So that's an important part to remember. The other thing is that when Raz is inside of the mind, when any one of the Psychonauts does go into the mind, they can affect things in there, right? We learned that from Sasha when we started, fiddling around with the settings in his brain and started pumping out more sensors all of a sudden, that we had to suddenly fight, and he lost control. And, we suddenly started seeing parts of his past, his history, his mindscape show up. Right? Now, we later found out that that was all a very heavily structured test, and he still has control over his mind. But the idea being that Raz, when he is inside someone's mind, has the ability to change their mind. And not necessarily in good ways. So, with that all being said, let's investigate the milkman conspiracy. I will say no more. I'm the milkman, and my milk is delicious. Where did it go? Why am I having trouble finding this? Right there. Okay. Launching Steam game. Here we go. Here we go. Enjoying my little dessert that is slightly healthier than normal. I have to turn this down. I am having dried pineapple. Unfortunately, it's dried sugared pineapple. It's got extra sugar on it, so it is like very sweet. But it is very yummy, and it's fruit. There's actually fruit in this, so that's nice. Okay. So now, we've crossed the lake, and we are now...
Hey, I was talking to you,
the
jerks.
Masters of the dairy industry. And the cow. Who are you working for?
What? I'm with the Psychonauts.
Who? Oh, that doesn't fit in. That doesn't fit in at all. Maybe I've got this all wrong. Oh, okay. Who are merely the pawns of
I'm just gonna listen to him a little bit.
Backing of those eggheads in their ivory towers. No, wait. I mean, all them haters with the full blessing of all the stupid.
So he's about conspiracies.
The candles. Are telling my location to foreign toy makers.
There we go.
And let's just say for now that I'm locked on the outside and I'm locked on the inside.
Who do you work for?
I'm the guard. I've been fully trained. Who are merely the pawns of the Pelicans. In conjunction
Let's
with...
go into his mind, shall we? This is my favorite. I am so excited to show this.
Another clacking device.
We're at an asylum, by the way.
It's perfect, isn't it?
Yes.
Almost complete. Just a few missing pieces.
Yes, now, which piece talks about the milkman? The one who opens the asylum gate?
But it's all about the milkman. Can't you see?
Is this like one of those 3D paintings? I can never do those.
No, you just gotta learn to see it like I see it. There's something in the fridge that might help you see the world like I do.
Ooh, sorry. I don't drink. Before noon, I mean.
So here we are.
Park system. Who are the puppet masters of some sort of power? You know. Oh man, this stuff is hot. Hey, where is the boss?
Hey, where's the door?
On the front. Like most refrigerators. Shh. No, wait. Say that again?
I'm so excited.
You can pass it over the counter, but that don't make it over the counter.
Whoa. Yep. Global conspiracy.
The milkman's dead? Aw, crud.
Burned up in a department store fire. Didn't you hear? At least that's what the media would have you believe. Is he dead or not? Go to the graveyard. Dig him up. Oh, you'll find something all right. But it's neither man nor milk. But when that happens, they turn it. Be careful. They're watching all the time.
Okay.
Remember, we're in his mind.
Now, how am I gonna find some creepy graveyard in this nice, normal neighborhood?
So here's his house, but you even see there's eyes poking out from there. We walk around, we'll start seeing eyes watching us, cameras taking pictures of us, popping out of random places. In this otherwise completely normal neighborhood. Just wait until we meet the G-Men.
That's strange. That's strange.
stop. Road crew workers only beyond the yellow line.
You guys are road crew workers?
Yes, we work on the road with these red signs.
I see. Well, do you guys know where the milkman is?
Why do you ask that question? Are you the milkman?
Do I look like a milkman to you?
That information is restricted to the road crew. Please move along.
These are the G-men. They are looking for the milkman. As are we.
I work on the road crew.
So there's another thing that I want to point out here as we're running along. By this time, usually...
I am on the road crew. This is my stop sign.
Usually, by this point, we would have run into some ciphers, right? Not ciphers. That's not the word I wanted. Sensors. We would have run into some sensors by now. But we haven't. Why? Can anyone think as to why? Because there is a very good reason as to why. And I'm kind of excited to tell you about it, but I want to see if anyone guesses. It's
My red
This is
sign.
my stop.
partially logically.
Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew.
So, the reason why there are no sensors in his mind is because he doesn't
That woman's
have any
breasts. They're large.
at this point. Right? He has essentially...
But rewarding.
He has essentially censored his own sensors. And instead of fighting intrusive thoughts that come into his mind, his intrusive thoughts are then treated like they are perfectly normal, rational thoughts, which then spins itself into these very large paranoid tales of conspiracy theories of people out to get him, right? And that, in of itself, is a depiction of paranoid schizophrenia, which is what he has. Now, we're gonna get more deep into this later, but this is a big point. At least I think so. It's really neat depiction of mental illness in a lot of ways, because this, you know, I don't want to trivialize it by saying that it gamifies it, but it makes it into a coherent way for those who are not, those are neurotypical or do not have,
Mobile phones will make my job obsolete.
you know, do not have these issues.
Operator.
We can
Hello.
understand it, I guess is the best way to put it.
I
then.
wear sunscreen while cutting hedges to prevent melanomas from forming on my skin. I take pride in my well-landscaped yard.
Go in there.
Come with us.
Yep.
Who is the milkman? Why are you here? What is your relation to Cooper? What happened inside that house? Where did you get the red sign?
Okay, so now we know what happens when we don't go into the right place. With the right thingy. In hand, no less.
I am on the road crew. This is my stop sign.
Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew.
The other thing that's really notable about this level design is that in a lot of the other levels that we've been in so far, more stable mental worlds, right? It is relatively easy to stay where you are, you know, not to fall. There are some cases where you can fall off, and the world is not very stable, but for the most part, you're fine. As you can see here, it's very easy to fall off because it's not stable. He's having difficulty.
Testing, testing. 1, 2.
And because gravity is so wonky, you know, running around like this and having, you know, down is up and up is down, it's another representation of just how difficult this guy's mind is for him. How it's actively working against him in a lot of cases. Right, that's another thing. Yeah, most common visual hallucinations. Look at these absolutely fantastic portraits on the wall. I wish I could get closer, but they're like sad clown child portraits. Perfect. It was not mentioned, no. I was more pointing out that you were totally right. It's just, it's literally such a good way to show this.
Hello, sir. I am a rainbow squirt. Would you like to buy a box of my delicious rainbow treats?
I would buy some cookies, but I don't have any milk. Do you have any idea where I could buy some milk for my cookies?
Ah! Creepy man! Ow! I'm only trying to make money for our organization, sir.
Excuse me, but I'm looking for the milkman.
Stop talking to me. You're going to get me in trouble.
Excuse me, but I'm looking for the milkman.
Stop.
I like to trim hedges. Yep.
Stuck. There's a whole video essay that I can send on this level alone that I probably will send because it is, again, amazing. I love this level in so many different ways. And again, it is notable in its excellent depiction. This is one of the big ones that I mentioned as being like a good depiction of mental health issues. And it gets better after this even. We're gonna see some really good stuff later after we get into the asylum.
Feces.
So many identical rooms.
Due to illegal disposal of hazardous materials, sewer is often highly radioactive.
Alright. Now have
On the line.
edge trimmers.
Come work on the phone lines with us.
As long as we're holding this, we're good.
Hedges become unruly over time and need to be trimmed. When my husband drinks excessively, I may threaten him with this rolling pin.
Also, this is great.
Rhubarb is a controversial pie variety. It is important not to use too much pressure when rolling out a pie crust. Over time, my husband will desire me less sexually, but he will always enjoy my pies.
He will always enjoy my pies.
Tin is a tool I use to make pies. Apple pies are very popular. Children and adults both like to eat pies. I'm glad you are here to help me trim these hedges. This is my job, to work on the phone lines. The sewer is very important, and we are responsible for its upkeep.
Got it. This hat box needs a hat box tag.
Box? huge hat box. Well, we found the graveyard, however.
I am a sad
Can't
widow.
get in there. Come on, get over here. There we go. Let's see a little bit of Boyd's backstory. Fired again. Boyd Cooper. He's a security guard in a department store. And he was fired. Oh no. And he's angry. So then he burnt it down with Molotov cocktails made of milk bottles. Oh. Then he was institutionalized. And that's where we are today. That's where we are today.
This guy needs a duffel bag tag.
Oh, wait, I can get back here. I don't know if there's anything to get back here for, but no? Oh! I can't stand on those anyway. I don't know why I can come back here. Ooh, don't fall. Woo! Stop trying to fall off the edge. It gives me chills.
It is a good day for watering plants.
Seen any suspicious characters around here lately?
Ooh. There we go.
I am a grieving widow.
Now we can get into the graveyard. We have so many other places to get to first. Shoot, don't, no, oh!
Excuse me, but I'm looking for the milkman.
Stop talking to me! You're going to get me in trouble!
There's so many suspicious things in this place so far.
I'm only trying to make money for our organization.
Darn. Excuse me. Ooh. There we go, duffel bag tag. So many words. Woo!
Got it.
Well, I mean, you did buy it. What's the pros and cons either way? Oh, is it like a one-time thing? It's not like a whole cake. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a whole cake and you were gonna have like a slice of it. But you could do like half tonight, half tomorrow. That's fair.
Excuse me, but I'm looking for the milkman.
Stop talking.
There's a whole lot of them over here, and they're talking to bushes. That's sketch. Ah, the watering can. Are there mailboxes on top of the post office? That's strange.
I'm watering.
Ah, okay, so it is like a whole cake. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I would go ahead and have a slice. I would think so. That's something. Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
I am watering.
I like you.
That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it? That is a fine watering can. May I ask how much you paid for it? I enjoy watering.
I am making
Ah. Rolling pin. However, we have to. Nice. We have to.
I am a grieving widow. I like to trim hedges.
Watering can. Where'd the watering can go? There it is. I gotta go back outside.
That is a fine watering can.
I don't wanna get arrested.
Ask how much you paid for it.
This hat box needs a hat box tag.
Though I often smell of excrement, I deserve your respect because I provide a valuable service. Is there anyone?
I like to trim hedges.
Come work on the phone lines with us.
I am making a pie.
Hello. Welcome to my house. Please stay and make pie. My stories are about to come on. Pies are delicious. Welcome to my house. Come with us.
Fuck! Got
Do
to
you look
change.
down on sewer workers? Who is the milkman? How old are you? What did the rainbow squirt tell you? What happened inside that house? Where did you get the red sign?
Boo.
Someday, the popularity of mobile phones will make my job
I
obsolete.
am on the road crew. This is my stop sign. Yep.
Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew.
Where is that duffel bag?
Hello, fellow road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew. Stop. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. I can listen to any phone conversation that I want because of my sense of professional responsibility.
Oops. Ooh, limoncello. Oh, that sounds... I'm jealous. I am jealous. Not gonna lie. I'm jealous.
The sewer carries human waste. I am a waste management technician.
Oh, the duffel bag's behind the... I remember this now. Okay. Duffel bag's back here, right? Yeah, there it is. Alright, now we shall be a grieving widow. Which will allow us to, walk through the cemetery.
I see that you are grieving. I will give you your space.
That's a zombie. That's another zombie.
Boo-hoo. Why, God? Why? I wish my loved one had remembered to indicate me as the beneficiary of his 401k plan. I wish my loved one was not dead, but alive. I am alone now and grieving.
Very careful here.
Vines are too thick. They won't break.
Will burn, though.
The cemetery is filled with dead people.
Oh, can I? I can do this, but I'm
The
done.
dead people are underground,
Yes!
and I have brought flowers because I am
I
sad.
hope no one notices all this
I
fire.
am sad. The dead people.
I miss Market Basket
and I
too,
have brought
yeah.
flowers because I am sad. I do not know.
There's a Market Basket in Cambridge.
Loyal to my loved one. What were you
What?
doing in the cemetery? Are you a grieving widow? Where are your flowers? What did you?
I was
find?
holding them!
Who is the milkman?
Oh, that was supposed to happen.
That
Never mind.
book you found was dynamite. Blows the whole thing wide open.
It does?
Yes, I knew it. I was completely wrong about everything, but now I've got it. That book came from the book depository. They must want to make us think that's where they want us to go, because they think we'll think we know they know we know, so we won't go.
So I shouldn't go to the book depository?
Of course you're going to the book depository. Take the sewers. Watch out for watchers and radioactives and perpetrators. Some of those sewer workers are involved, I think. You'll need one of these.
Now we're talking.
It's fake. It will help you fit in around the other assassins.
Assassins? Wait a second.
Beware the cows! Not all milk is enriched.
All right. And with that, we are off bravely to go take the sewers.
on the road crew. This is my
Hello,
stop
fellow
sign.
road crew worker. Welcome to the road crew. Can you hear me? This is my job, to work on the phone lines. Sewers are full of rats.
Huh?
Agent Cruller, do you have any advice on the current
Not sure
situation?
where to get
We have
the
to find
plunger.
a way through the sewers to the book depository.
All right, more than that, please.
Nothing more to report at this time.
Crawler out.
The plunger. Oh. All right. I kind of wish you could share it with us too, I'm not gonna lie. It does sound really good. I'll have to see if I can get a hold of one. Maybe I can. Oh. How do I get in there? Oh. Ah. Oh, wait, I have something for this. Duh. Five, 3, 5, 6. There we go. Door open. Nice. I feel like I've done this with Nancy before.
Got it!
Ah. Is that a bomb? Another bomb. Then?
I work in the sewers.
We have a plumber. Plumbing thing. Mine? Woo! Surprise! This looks suspiciously like, one of the monsters from Mia's mind. wait, I have something for this.
Watch it!
Damn it.
Man!
Come on. Not fair. What the? Ooh, hiss. Boom. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
There are no documented cases of alligators found alive in sewers. The most pleasant sewers can be found in Paris.
I work in the sewers.
Hello, sewer worker. I think I met you at the union meeting.
Welcome to the sewers.
They got Freddy. Poor Freddy. He was such a good secret agent. I mean, assassin. Who is shooting at us?
Oh. Now we have to fit in with the assassins.
I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
I am in charge of assassinating important figures.
Somebody's shooting them.
My gun is clean. Watch out, fellow assassin.
Oh, alright. Don't get shot.
It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of
Watch
me.
out, fellow assassin. There seems to be someone shooting at us from that tower. Watch out, fellow assassin. There seems to be someone shooting at us from that tower.
What? How did you shoot me through the...
It's fake.
I do not kill like
I'm worried
passion
the other
for
assassins are
money.
gonna make
Watch
fun
out,
of me.
fellow assassin. There seems to be someone shooting at us from that tower. Come work on the phone lines with us. Figures.
Oh.
I like to shoot people.
Oh, I have something for this. Jesus, I'm forgetting about, like, my own abilities.
Watch out, fellow assassin.
How can you shoot me with the thing on? Well,
It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
Sometimes I work. Watch out, fellow assassin. There seems to be someone shooting at us from that tower.
oh, how? How?
My motivations are clear only to myself.
It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
Figures.
Look at that. That's exactly how they see me. The regular guy with the gun.
People.
Now, what if I hold something else? What if I hold nothing?
Sometimes I work for the
Find
government.
out. Question mark?
This is my gun.
Suspicion? I'm holding a plunger.
Made when firing in the
I
wind.
look like a plumber. Look at that.
Motivations are
I like to trim hedges.
I just trimming my hedges today.
I am a grieving widow.
Oops.
I am a grieving widow.
passion, but from
Oh, sad.
I am in charge of assassinating
I'm not getting it.
figures.
I must be out of range or something.
I am.
I am on the road crew.
In
This, I am making pie.
Repositories.
All right. Anyway.
It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
Oh, you know what? I might have something. Yeah, I might still have something for this. Oops.
Adjustments need to be made. Watch out, fellow assassin. There seems to be someone shooting at us from that tower. I like to shoot people.
Nailed it. Why it took me that long to think of the shield? Here we are. Who do you think is shooting?
Got it. It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
Freeze! Don't come any closer.
It's one of the Girl Scouts!
Tell you the location of the milkman. Never!
Okay, let's all just settle down and talk.
Ah!
Where is the milkman? Who is the milkman? What is the mission of the milkman?
Come closer. And I'll tell you.
But I never bought any of those. The view from up here is pretty good, but I still can't see enough. I need a way to get even higher. Like
Yeah,
super
dark indeed.
as if I were flying. I know. Maybe I could find some stilts. Stop, helicopter. Land and let me in. I want to see the view from up there, please.
Here we go.
I am a helicopter pilot. I like to fly helicopters. We are looking for the milkman. We don't know where he is. Helicopters can go up and down.
Man, these guys are dumb.
Yes.
Hey, wait. What's that? I'll bet that's him. The milkman.
Helicopters move sideways too, but not as fast as planes.
He's on that remote island over there. What the heck is that sound? Hello?
Who is the milkman?
Boyd, is this you? I think I found the milkman.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Who is this?
Okay, from now on, your name isn't Boyd. It's Royd, because you're such a big pain in my butt.
If you see a lady tossing her cookies, run away.
Now, since we have the telephone, there is something we should do first. Pigments I need out of here.
It's fake. I'm worried the other assassins are gonna make fun of me.
Sometimes I work for the government.
Ah, they're gonna arrest me as soon as I get out of here. Or not? Okay.
Feces.
PCs.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Phone repair starts
There are
over.
documented cases of alligators found alive
Here?
in sewers.
Yeah, the hatbox tag hasn't shown up yet. What else are we missing? That's it.
Come work on the phone lines with us.
baby. Here's the Hatbox tag. Let's see what else Boyd has to show. Boyd hired again. So he's in the asylum, and oh, who is that? It's the coach, who pours him some milk and then hypnotizes him, but gives him a job and the file on the milkman. He is to guard the asylum, but something with the milkman is suspicious here. Suspicious! Wasn't already. Ooh, don't you fall. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. There we go. Alright, now I gotta remember where the Hatbox tag goes. That's another question. Oh, after the
To
plungers.
illegal disposal of hazardous materials,
Here we go.
salt water is often highly radioactive.
I work in the sewers.
Plunger.
Hello, sewer worker. I think
I am a skilled
I am an
phone
assassin.
repairer.
I'd like to shoot.
Let's... Oop! Uh-oh. Even the squirrels are in on it. What do you think this is? We've seen them before in Mia's brain, in relation to fire, and he has a fire issue, so we know that. There we go.
I am a skilled phone repairer.
Come work on the phone lines with us. I am fixing the telephone lines.
I'm gonna go back. A lot of figments on both sides, and I cannot flip between two, causing issues. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, it could be like a fire bug too, no less. Ah, there's a thought. Got not only that, but like a concrete name to it. Oh, scheisse. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Steady on, Raz, steady on. What?
Yep.
There we go.
phone lines with us.
All right. Now let's move on. Let's discover the milkman. Like using like a drum major baton.
Hey!
Oh, come on! I hit the button! I was holding it too close and then I gotta do it again. Boo! Hiss!
I am a skilled phone
Adjustments need to be
repairer.
made when firing in the wind. Come work on the phone lines with us. I have a special phone.
Why did that not jump? Raz, what the frig? Do this again. Wish there were an easier way to get over there.
I am a
My
skilled
gun
phone
is clean.
repairer.
Come work on the phone
Try
lines with
this
us.
for the third time. I don't know how I was able to do it perfectly twice in a row and then all of a sudden I suck. There we go. Okay, we made it. What is in this house? In cookies, I'm seeing milk. Whatever these things are. How many figments are we missing? Oh, I got them all. Never mind. They didn't tell me I got them all. 48 out of 48. Huh.
Just a minute! Ah! Be right there! It better not be that creepy guy again. Who is it? Hello?
Try this. That didn't work, did it?
Just a minute! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it? Hello?
Yep.
Oh, come on. What am I missing here? What am I missing?
Be right there! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it? Hello?
Oh, come on. Maybe it's clairvoyance. Maybe that's what I really need.
Be right there! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it? Hello?
Ah!
Just a minute! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it? Hello?
Darn. Did not work. Okay. Why is invisibility not?
Just a minute! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it? Hello?
Ah! It closes before I even get a chance. I do not remember how to do this. I also just want to point out that this, this level alone has its own Wikipedia article. I didn't realize that until today. It has its own Wikipedia article, just this level. It says invisibility.
Just a minute! Gosh, I sure hope someone is there this time. Who is it? Hello?
There we go.
Oh, hello there. Have you come to pay for your rainbow treats? We knew you would. Won't you join us in our Rainbow Squirt Pledge of Purpose?
To promote niceness, to make the world prettier, to share candy with everyone, to obfuscate the true nature of the milkman, to protect the milkman at all costs.
Uh-oh. There are the sensors. Remember how I said that there weren't any in the level so far?
To destroy all who would harm the milkman or threaten to reveal his secret objective.
Go, girls! Protect the milk! Do not follow! The milk is not ready, and you are not ready for the milk!
It's so good. So, well. Boyd is the
I told you
milkman.
not to follow. Now you must die! But
And note that there are a lot more mental cobwebs around here as well.
Godside! Watch it! No milk for you! Godside! Die! Ha! Ha! No milk for you!
Come on. Let me actually see. Can
Treats for you! No milk for you!
Oh! Ah. I died.
Hip! Have some cookies! Gunside! Die! Hip! Hi-ya! This box is free! Die! Hey!
Alright, let's try this again. Ugh. Can't tell if I hit her or not.
No milk for you! This box is free! Die!
Ugh, damn it. This is hard.
Box is free! Have some cookies! Die! Die! This box is... What have you done? He wakes!
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
Sea shall run white with his rage.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious. Special delivery today. I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
Boyd? Are you okay?
Time for the final delivery to this address.
Hey, is that milk regular kind? Or the exploding dream kind?
It's fortified with what the world wants. What the world deserves.
Are you sure you don't want to just talk about...
Hello, Digishell. Thank you. 12 months, 1 whole year. Thank you. All right. That was the Milkman conspiracy. Second to reset my everything here. Yeah, good enough. Now he's making his milk delivery. And it's a Molotov cocktail.
Hey, Boyd, why are you trying to burn down the asylum?
I am the milkman.
Let's see if clairvoyance offers anything. I am nothing but a bottle of milk to him. All right. So let's take a hot minute to talk about that that part of the game a little bit. So I talked a little bit about how his brain was showing signs of paranoid schizophrenia, and that the game designers included all of these details, like the G-men that were hunting for the milkman, right? That there were no sensors, so every thought was considered to be rational, including ones that were far more conspiracy-based than actually based in any reality. So this was a way to depict how he was seeing the world as a giant conspiracy against him, against everyone, against anything that he chose to, right? But what was the milkman, and what were the rainbow sprouts, right? those were implanted by the coach, right? The milkman was a latent personality that was basically MK Ultra'd into his head as a safety mechanism to burn down the asylum if the coach ever needed it. And so the Rainbow Sprite's job, Rainbow Squirt's, that's what it is. Rainbow Squirt's job was to keep the milkman safe from Boyd's own mind, the G-Men, who represent his paranoid schizophrenia. Until you as Raz found where the Den Mother was, led the G-Men to them, that's when the sensors showed up, because the sensors were then going to be used to get rid of the Rainbow Squirts and the Milkman, which was implanted in his mind. It was something that even his paranoid schizophrenic mind knew wasn't supposed to be there. But because we meddled, as we went in, we accidentally activated the Milkman, which brought out this extra personality that had been more or less implanted in him by the coach. Fascinating stuff. Seriously, really good. Great depiction of how everything kind of works in a sort of quasi-psychological way. I'll even pull up the Wikipedia page onto this. So, yeah. Let's see. The concept for the entire level first emerged when a staff member at games developer Double Fine came up with the phrase, "I am the milkman, my milk is delicious." That's it. That's it. Schaefer held a fascination with conspiracy theorists, wanting to know what was going on inside their head. He found conspiracy theorists funny. He also felt sad that they could be so easily misled. So he wanted to create a chart of conspiracies centered on the level's central character, Boyd Cooper, using various theories that Schaefer had heard. It included famous real-life conspiracy theories, often from movies, ones inspired by discussions at their office, and a homeless man who they paid to sweep the driveway. He cited the man and conspiracies he believed as particular inspiration for the level. When the level addressed mental illness in a comedic way, Schaefer noted that he was not trying to mock people with mental illnesses, and he wanted players to empathize with characters like Boyd. Art director Scott Campbell wanted paranoia to be a more prominent aspect of the level, which he accomplished by having eyes and binoculars coming into various objects and landmarks whenever players were looking away from them to create the feeling of being watched. He's also responsible for the G-Men that are found throughout the level, basing them on G-Man detectives from the 1950s, as well as Spy vs. Spy comics. Concept artist Peter Chan visualized the world as suburbia being vaulted up against the sky while the roads twisted in air. He compared it to Boyd's logic and reason, which he described as twisted. Schaefer recruited Gravity Tech to open. In discussing the themes of the level, he described its antagonists as an immune system, responding to the presence of the Milkman in Boyd's mind, and that the Milkman can be buried but not eliminated, causing Boyd to feel paranoid about something bad happening because of it. He found the open-air maze and that's about as far as we need to go. Yeah. There we are. Just a little sample. This is, in my opinion, in my not so humble opinion, is the best
JT's brain?
in
This
the
little
game.
doggy get out of the pen.
I'm gonna kiss brains.
Yes! I got a brain!
Finally! Now your ears won't whistle so much when the wind blows.
No, I meant I recovered a stolen brain.
Oh, I know what you meant. Sheesh! You and Sasha. No sense of humor when you're on a mission, Well, are you gonna come back here so we can recranialize that noodle while it's still al dente?
Let's see if we can find some more noodles. Right there.
Yep. Don't worry, Frankie. I'll put this one right next to Kitty's.
I hate the kissing. I hate the kissing. Brain kissing is not the good time. Please no. Well, that's closed, so we're not going anywhere there. Go into this area. She is fun. I like her. This is a fun one.
Kitty's brain. You know, I hate to say it, but it is better groomed than the rest of the brains.
Thank you, all of you. You're all so kind. You make a girl so happy. Oh, you found my old trophy. I should really put that thing away before somebody hurts themselves on that gleaming metal claw-like part on the top. Say, would you like to hear the story of how I won that award, dear boy? Or are you trying to take it because you don't think I deserve it?
No, you deserve it.
I didn't take anything from you. I didn't ask to be famous. I just wanted you to love me. Hey!
What?
You're supposed to be dead! Ah!
Oh, that happened.
Excuse me, ma'am, but did you see a girl?
You must be my new leading man. Aren't you handsome? But, my gracious, you're so young. Tell me, why do they keep casting me with such mere babes? I guess that's the curse of having an eternally young face.
Okay, moving on. She's fun, though.
Attack! No, wait! Don't listen to him! Retreat! Shut up, you fool! The battle is ours! Wellington is on the run! This is our moment of glory!
Oh, shut up, you loon.
The battle can't be won! We're gonna lose it!
I'm afraid you lost it years ago, Fred. Now pipe down over there. I am the orderly, and I run a quiet, peaceful, insane asylum. Understood? See, you've disrupted Mr. Tagley's art therapy session.
Le jour de gloire est arrivé!
Whatever.
These boys are too young to die. I'm too young to die.
Quite the, everything.
Greetings, Dr. Loboto. Up to the secret laboratory, then, is it? One moment. You're not Dr. Loboto. My eyes may be half gone, but I would recognize the mad doctor anywhere. He's got a stone-cold face a man doesn't easily forget. He wears a beastly smock, covered in thick straps like an electric chair. And in the place where his hand should be, there's nothing but a gleaming metal claw. So if I'm not mistaken, you're not Dr. Loboto. You don't pay my salary, so kindly back away from my elevator and die. Thank you, sir.
This golden day is...
Alrighty then.
Behind
Something.
This is the worst. I hate this stupid game.
No!
Reinforcements.
There we go.
Chaps, what is up, eh?
Okay, everybody who's still in the army, please raise your hands, unless you're dead.
How do I get up there? Nope, invisible wall. Love invisible walls.
Enfant de la patrie!
Woo! Fire. Oop, where am I? Another brain.
This one through that helmet will never know. Maloof's brain to Mikhail ASAP so we can protect it.
I can't quite get over the fact that this kid's name is Maloof. Maloof. Was ist das? Was is Maloof?
What you painting there?
That is my patron, my psychiatrist, my warden.
Looks like Dr. Lobato to me. Is he the one who chained you up?
The doctor won't let me go until I complete my treatment.
So why don't you just finish the painting and go home?
Why don't I just...
Wow. See? Sometimes you just have to... Huh. You painted a bullfight over the doctor's face. Why a bullfight? Huh? Huh? Edgar, why do you...
Every time! Every time it is the same. The matador, the bull! How I despise you both. But my hands won't let you go. Ah! That is why I am here. Chained in more ways than you can see.
A prisoner of art.
A prisoner of art.
Well, I'm gonna go downstairs. You good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Alright. That's about as much as I'm getting out of that. How do I get the crow? I remember that. Oh, don't worry. We will see them all.
Where'd everybody go? Is everybody dead?
Ah, yes. This is a simple explanation that I keep forgetting exists. What? But I... Yeah, Napoleon Bonaparte. Not a bad pun.
Look at him.
I got it anyway.
Milka's brain doesn't go invisible when I get close to...
Oof.
Allons, enfants!
Alright. I only have about half an hour left. I don't know which one's the... these two are going to take a while. Let's do Gloria first.
Oh, if you don't like the performance, a simple boo will do.
Cut! Hey, kid! Can't you see I'm trying to produce a play here?
No.
Oh, God. Even a child can see I've lost control of this production. Okay, Becky. Get a grip.
Child?
Look, kid, it wasn't always like this. We used to have a hit show on our hands. Everybody loved us. But then our big star, Bonita Soleil, got stage fright and locked herself in her dressing room.
So now we're stuck flipping between sunshine shenanigans and the horror of Hagatha Home. Oh.
Which is like flipping between a root canal and a sharp stick in the eye.
Just ignore Jasper. He's just a critic who happens to be right.
I'll go talk to Bonita. I'm sure all she needs is a little pep talk.
That and acting lessons.
You can get Bonita to take the stage again, and you're the star of my show, kid.
You need a drink, dear.
Got it!
Waldorf and Statler, if they were only mean, had no kindness in their body, weren't actually that funny, and only one person. Let any of the action get started. Let's just wander around here a little bit, if there's any of that. Any stuff we can grab from here. Walter.
Got it!
Good enough. Oh. I'm seeing lots of these guys floating and flying around here, but another... No. I made the snot monster upset. That's mean. Bad.
Everything under control there, Becky?
Ah! Why did you say that? What have you heard? Everything's fine, except that our production has no star. You get Bonita Soleil to perform again, and everything will be great. Her dressing room is behind the stage to the right and at the end of the hall.
Got it! Suitcase tag. That's what I need here.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Got it! Hey! Guess she really doesn't want to see anyone right now. Hey! Guess she really doesn't want to see anyone right now.
Doesn't want to see anyone. Ah. I win. Let's finish getting all the things. Yes.
Excuse me, Miss Soleil. I heard you were feeling bad, so I just wanted to say that whatever you're going through, you're not alone. I used to be a performer myself, and I know how hard it is when...
Kid, can't you see I'm trying to have a moment here?
Sorry. I was looking for Bonita Soleil.
You mean the personal muse of Gloria von Guten? Her inner sunshine?
The spirit of her youth, yes.
That's me. What do you want? An autograph? I'm kind of busy here.
So who's that crying?
Oh, sorry. Hey, can we kill the waterworks for a second? Thanks. It's a recording. It helps me focus.
It's a recording. It helps me, folks.
They need you on stage right away for your big number.
Am I not playing this right or something? I'm drowning in a quagmire of self-pity. Why aren't you getting that? Should I be doing more with my hands?
So you're not going out on stage?
Have you seen any of the plays we put on here? Those god-awful slices of Gloria's terrible life? How am I supposed to bring light to those? Listen, the burden of being the only sunshine in this theater is just too much for one beautiful, glowing, inspirational muse to bear, you know?
Is there any way I can get you to take the stage? For the fans?
If you can get me some help out there so I'm not the only light on the set.
I'll turn on a spotlight.
That could work, but you'll need a candle. I think there might be a spare in the storeroom. If you can get a candle into a spotlight and light it, I'll come out and give the show one last try. But I'm not promising anything.
I'll leave you alone now. I know you have a lot of crying to do.
Thank you. Now, where was I?
Good. Let's learn a little bit about Gloria here. Cruel training. Agatha Home for Girls. Oof. Yikes. That's a lot.
Got it! Got it!
Okay. I now have a candle. Go. Alrighty then. There. Oh. 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 Come on, bot. No, thank you. Not that one. That one. More. Oh no! I missed it. Maybe it'll come back up. There we go. Got it. I think that's all the figments that are here. Yeah. See that you were right there.
Maybe I should come back later when he's not sleeping. He looks too mean to wake up.
It looks too mean to wake up. Yikes. Your words have never been spoken.
Yep.
No? Oh. Nope.
Look alive, people! Bonita Soleil is about to take the stage! Flower girls, in position 1. And action!
Tonight, I will be playing the part of Gloria von Guten, the famous actress.
In this nostalgic memory of her breakthrough role in the smash hit musical
Sunshine Shenanigans! And where would Gloria be without her muse?
her inner sunshine.
The spirit of her youth. Played tonight, once again, by Bonita Soleil. Oh, I do so hope that my mother is proud of me.
Not again.
The Phantom.
I've seen some bad plays in my day, but this
rhythm of the opera is there inside your mind.
That makes the phantom strike. This time, I'm going to file a formal complaint and get this theater shut down.
Great. Well, I'm off to go kill myself.
You know, you could be a more constructive critic.
Kid, if you want to see a good play, come talk to me. I've got a script here that'll knock 'em dead, I promise.
Hey! Whoa, 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 whoa! Careful! That's the manual mood override. That's how we set the right mood for the play. Mess with that, and we'll have happy plays on sad sets, sad plays on happy sets. Total chaos. Or worse, improv. So whatever you do, don't mess with the manual mood override unless you want to see some strange stuff happen.
I think Becky's not telling me the whole story.
Ooh.
I should go give her a piece of my mind.
Ooh.
Oh, my dear mother! Do you not love my new seaside mansion? Bought with a fraction of the wealth my overnight success has given to me? Yes, Gloria, my daughter. I only live to make you happy. We are so lucky to be together again so that I could share it all with you. And also that you are not even jealous of my youth and fame, though my star has risen so much faster and grown so much bigger than that of yours, which has so quickly faded. Yes!
Fish.
You said that if Benita performed, everything would be okay.
Okay, so I left out the part about the deadly phantom.
Oh,
Chicken out.
Man,
it's part of it is a Disney ride. Yeah, well,
Way up there. Well, there was this one play. We would lower this prop hot air balloon down from the catwalks and then pull it back up again. If you find it, or any other play for crying out loud, just bring it to me and I'll run the actors through it. We're so desperate for new material around here.
hey, can you help me get up to the catwalk so I can fight that phantom?
Ah! Can't get there from here. I mean, unless you did that one particular play on that one particular set. Oh, but what am I saying? That's almost impossible. Forget about it. The theater is doomed.
Hey, why do you have to be so hard on Benita?
I'm trying to save you from that mysterious phantom character. He only attacks when Bonita performs. If we got rid of Little Miss Sunshine, we'd all be safer now, wouldn't we? I'm only thinking of the children.
Benita's just trying to lighten things up around here.
Ah! I've seen better shines on a shoe. She should quit now while she can still get a job as a night light.
it's awful.
If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
The young boy's protests, though heartfelt, quickly lapsed into simplistic and tedious platitudes. 1.5 stars.
If you hate the show so much, why don't you just leave?
Oh, I can't stop looking at it. It's like the sight of a horrible car accident. A car accident where the victims can't act and the paramedics forget their lines.
All right, later, you old gas bag.
Listen, this play just stinks. Here, try this one instead. This play has some action in it, some zing.
Wow, thanks. You actually being nice?
No, I'm just trying to keep myself halfway entertained.
Go! Give that to Becky and see if she can't find some actors to ruin it.
This is gonna be fun. I'm sure he's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fine.
Hey, what's this? A new script? Night of Joy? Weird. Smells like popcorn and it doesn't say which set to play it on. Oh well, we'll just play it on whatever's on stage. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Here, you can be my first AD. Use the megaphone if you want to run the play again. Okay, new script, everybody. Let's practice. And action.
Mother, tell me true of the dad I never knew.
He was brave in thought and deed. Can't you hear his mighty steed?
Wow.
Nice. Daddy. Ooh.
Oh, who would have thought that I, Gloria Von Eaton, would be starring in my own Broadway musical at such a young age? I hope my mother is proud of me. Well, here it goes.
Huzzah, forsooth! What is thine sweet smell in the air?
Let us spin and be happy, entwined in this pole of love, forever young and twisty.
Rejoice, for spring has besatten upon ourselves, and the spirit of May is a-lingering. Hooray! Maypole! Maypole!
Good. Okay. Glad we had that. Good talk. Yeah, but probably not like this, I'm guessing. Yeah? Well, let's change the mood, shall we? Let's change it up a little bit. That time. Oh.
Wahaha! Welcome to Hagatha Homeschool for Girls, where you will begin your long and painful training in the theatrical disciplines. Wahaha!
But I don't want to study theater! I want my mom to come take me home right now!
Your mom has a career and a boyfriend to think about. She doesn't have time for an ugly little girl like you.
Boo-hoo-hoo!
There is nothing more tedious than the tears of an unlovable child.
It's time to suffer for your art.
Oh, but there's a balloon. Interesting.
Must be out of range.
Alright, here we go. Time to fight. They just appear out of nowhere. I definitely remember being annoyed by these ones.
hot air balloon I need to get to the catwalks. Now, if I could just get them to do a play that brings it down here, I could ride it up to the catwalks and take care of that phantom.
Okay. Let's try turning the page.
The mailboat ain't coming for you, girlie.
The mail boat may never come, but I think I see the mail train approaching through yon tunnel.
Mail train? Yay! Surely it bears to me a letter from my dear mother who abandoned me at this school for girls so long ago. A dragon? Ah!
Ha ha ha! 'Tis a dragon indeed. You have been fooled and burned.
Outstanding.
I am on fire and everything is bad. There we go. Whew. Okay, rough stuff.
Of Psy.
Yon dragon is a mystical force of the theater. Only theater itself can affect it.
Duh.
Ha ha ha!
How do I take it down?
Can't get a good grip.
Becky, can we see the Night of Joy again?
Yeah, that one can use a little work.
Mother, tell me the truth of the dad I never knew.
He was brave in thought and deed. Can't you hear his mighty steed?
And killed. Nice.
My father has nobly smoked in the face to his own death. He is a hero.
Yay! For the record, not a bad kisser.
Nice. Nailed. Day the mailboat finally came. A new play. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that one could use a little work.
Back again.
Mother, tell me the truth of the dad I never knew.
He was brave in thought and deed. Can't you hear his mighty steed? Yeah, just ride on by, Sir Deadbeat's dad. Don't hang around to help raise your poor daughter. Sure.
Dark. Good.
Oh, another script? The day the mailboat finally came? Uh-oh.
Prop department, I'm gonna need a boat on stage right away.
Okay, people. Places, everyone. And action.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
I say, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. I said, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. Huh. I wonder if the captain of the boat wants to get beat up. And maybe that's why he's taking so long to bring it on stage.
Somebody come help me drag this thing.
Drag? No way.
Oh, look! The mailboat sank and everybody died. The end.
Oop. Ew. Ow. Pain and suffering. Fast little buggers. Ugh. Screechy thing. Not fun. Not fun times.
The day the mailboat finally came needs another run-through, I think.
Yeah, that one could use a little work.
I say, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. Ah, it was never a vessel more beautiful and resplendified.
Sorry, no mail for you, ugly girl.
Wow!
In your face, fatty.
Can't get me when I'm up here, can ya? Let's change the mood, shall we?
The day the mailboat finally came needs another run-through, I think.
Yeah, that one could use a little work.
I say, I believe I do see the mailboat approaching. Ah, it was never a vessel more beautiful and resplendified.
Are you Miss Gloria Von Guten?
Yes.
Well, then these bags and bags of lavender-scented fan mail must be for your beautiful self.
Yay!
Okay. That did not... Oh, it opened the thing up there. Okay, I can see it open now. Just need to get up there. I see.
Goodbye, my previously dear mother. I flee now to Europe to escape your insane jealousy over my amazing career.
Please do not leave me, Gloria, my daughter. Go now, and I shall do something unto myself.
But did, Just, goodbye, Hagatha home. We got a little thing here, which will lead us to the next set, or the previous set. There we go. That's all I wanted. Well, actually, let's, no.
Pray tell me, my shady manager and rumored lover, must I truly ship my only daughter Gloria off to Hagatha Homeschool for Girls?
Yes, and immediately, before she ruins our career. I mean your career.
No! Never shall I go! Worry not, baby daughter, for I every day shall write to you.
Yes, and I shall mail the letters myself. Personally. Ha ha!
Yeah? Got them all? Got them all? Yeah? Yeah? And it. Okay, so that is open now. Alright.
Hey!
Yeah!
Doing a great job, Becky.
Aw.
Aww.
Goodbye, Hagatha home. Hey, I think this is the one with the...
Hey, props, is that hot air balloon still working?
Happy birthday, Elliot!
Showtime.
Yay!
That means you too, kid. You gotta hustle onto that balloon if you want to get up to the catwalks. And... action!
Sigh! When will my mother ever come take me home from this horrible school for girls? Do not worry, for I believe I see them floating here now in a magical balloon. Hey, cue the magical balloon, moron!
Hey, there's no magical balloon on this set, but that won't stop me from jumping down there and kicking your ass. So watch it.
They're right on top of me. Find a safe place to be, and then we're gonna save and quit because it is 12:01. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and save now. There we go. There. That is another stream of Psychonauts. With the best level in the whole game, hands down, easily. And an introduction to some of the wonderful people that we will deal with in the asylum. Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to the rest of that. We will jump on this again probably next Tuesday. I'm thinking weekend streams might be on hold until I finish my degree, because trying to squeeze that much stuff in on a weekend is a bit much. So, yeah. Oh, okay. I just needed to pop some things. That felt good. Okay, so I will see you all next Tuesday in that case. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Now officially Friday here on the East Coast. Friday is great. Friday TGIF moments. So it is time for me to call it a night. You are new here. Feel free to follow me at BOSTrophyWife on Instagram and on Twitter. You can also join our Discord. The link will be there in the chat. Did that not work? Why did that not work? Try that again. Why is it not working? Stream Deck, you get it? Any particular reason why you aren't posting this? Should be working. Weird. Don't know what to say about that. Give me a second. Let me post it in chat manually. Make it all work. Here we go. Please feel free to join our Discord. You can see that 2 of us actually posted the chat because for some reason my Stream Deck is having a moment. We'll see if it works for the next link. I also want to thank my subscribers, 2 of which resubbed today. Thank you so much, Digishell and Ragnarok. Digishell for your 12 months, a whole year, and Ragnarok for your 8 months. I know, Elliot, you are right behind them, so we'll probably see your resub on Tuesday or next Thursday, probably, I'm guessing. I know that's really close around because it's like everyone all at once. So, yeah, but I also would very much appreciate if anyone feels like supporting me. Go ahead, hit subscribe if you can. If you can't do that, that's totally fine. If you would prefer to do a one-off or something like that, please feel free. Support me on Ko-fi. That's also not going to work, so I will go ahead and copy-paste that myself as well. I don't know why this is doing this. Link is right there. And I want to thank everyone who does support me so much. Thank you all for everything. And before we sign off officially, I want to say thank you to not thank you. Jeez, it's late. I gotta go to bed. Happy birthday to Elliot. Happy 32nd birthday. That's really awesome. I'm glad you got some really great cake for it. I hope your birthday today is great. I hope you get some good rest tonight. And have a good birthday. And more of that really good cake. So I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm jealous. Have a good night, everyone. I will see you all next week. Take care until then. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you all then. Bye-bye.